What's up, guys? SoCon here. So this video, I'm just gonna stack a bunch of these GR43s, like the end right before I get to the Rift Guardian, and just show like how fast these 43 1% can be done. Here, this is the first one I started, and it seems like quite often the first one I start to do, I end up getting the Silver Spire map, which is just, it's always the best map to get. As you can see, I have more than half the time left. Kill the choker. I am wearing Mars Politis, and I've got over 10 minutes left. Just looking at it right now. I spawned them a little ways away from the power pylon that I have here that I wanted to spawn them at. I'm on level 1 of the first map here. It was pretty good density. That's all I've gone through to spawn the Rift Guardian, that portion of the map I just displayed. And yeah, these are fast, you know, it's all RNG based, but you really can, like, once you get up to the P800-ish level, and you get, like, you know, pretty much the gear that I've put in the Game Barbarian build video, and I'll make sure I attach that to this video, but pretty much that gear, you can take that gear and it will open you up to just a lot of Rift Guardians you can do really fast. All the poison ones, like Choker never actually attacks you. Some of the other Rift Guardians, like Gom and Sedea and Arathon, those poison ones, they can actually start one-shotting you with their melee attacks. But the Choker doesn't do that. He never actually, like, swings at you. He just, his pets do, or his ads that he spawns do, but they're a joke, you know, they don't do anything, so. Yeah, you wear Amaras, you want to 1% your gems, you just go through and you can just knock these out, so. Oh, I gotta remember to use my pylon when, the next time my cooldowns pop here, because I probably could have come close to finishing them off the last time my cooldowns were up. But yeah, I just, you know, I burn right through these 43s. I started with the 40s, and I just burn right through them. The 40, 41s, 42s, and even the 43s. I think the only ones, like, once I got up to like 45 level, then I started having ones where I'd like just barely not beat them within the time limit. So it's you know, it's very fast. As you can see with that power pylon on, I'm getting white ticks of 512 million, 486 million, 426. That's with Wrath and Power on. I've gotten white ticks up to 900 million before. What's up, guys? So this is the very next one. I'm just gonna film these, you know, one right after the next, right after the next, and I'm not gonna leave out any of them. Oh, great, Sand Shaper, awesome. I'm not gonna leave out any of them. I'm just gonna do one after the next after the next. When I say I beat all these, you know, well within the timer, this one I get about half the timer left for Zone Cool, so you know, I just want you to see when I say, you know, these can be beat one after the next after the next. You know, I mean that this guy, this might be, you know, this will probably be the worst one. I would think. It just depends. I have a pylon on there. I don't know if you can, my resolution's good enough, you can see the map. But I do have a pylon pretty close to where I'm at. It's a shield pylon, so that's probably the best one to have for Zone Cool, just because with that, I can stand next to him the whole time and not die. You know, this fight is really, it's just gonna take longer if I die longer. That's gonna be die more. That's gonna be the determining factor on how long this fight is. Because as long as I just keep applying my dot to him, and you know, I don't die, and then I have 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and 15, 20. You know what I mean? Then your total time really just skyrockets up when you start dying all over the place. So we'll see what happens at 75%. I'd like to save that shield pylon until I'm at or till he's below 30%, just because Ruthless is on then, and I can kind of just do the most, you know, once I pop my Wrath of the Berserker and Call the Ancients, when he's below 30, if I'm alive for that whole time, that whole 20 seconds, then I'll pop in half of that 30%, so I'm just going to save it till then. We'll see what happens. The thing with Zoltan Cool is that other than his fire attack, so he's got the fire attack, and then he also has you know, he's got the rocks falling, and he also has the tornadoes that they kind of shoot out of his body. But he doesn't do a melee attack. But he does have those three things you have to watch out for. The tornadoes come out of his body, and then the rocks, like depending on, you can see I don't have a lot of my Y-axis isn't very tall on my screen, so it's hard to see those rocks coming from the ceiling just because I'm playing widescreen mode. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you can try to, if you get down the timing of the whirlwinds coming out, and you know when the rocks are gonna fall, you can kind of just stand next to him and get a couple more ticks from the. Oh, I think I ran into the rocks that time. Just try to like maximize and get a couple more ticks from your Belcathos ring to kill him a little bit faster. So I think that was just the second time I died during this rift. Or maybe, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the second time I died. But we'll see. He starts just getting a little bit nastier and nastier as the timer goes on. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. But he's not, you know, none of these Rift Guardians at 43 are Rift Guardians that I'm gonna not kill, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still gonna kill him, you know? But if I get Zoltan Cool, if I'm trying to do like a 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, if I get Zoltan Cool, I'm just like, screw this, I'm out of here, you know what I mean? Like, this is not a good time. I don't want to take 10 minutes to kill Zoltan Cool, or 15 minutes, or 20 minutes. Like, if it was a 52, it would probably take me, you know, the whole Rift timer to kill him. So, at that point, I don't really even care about because it's still a 1% upgrade chance for me at 52. So I don't even care about finishing at that point. You know, and a lot of people do the same thing. I mean, that's nothing different. What I'm saying right now is nothing different from what a lot of people do. But yeah, this guy, I started with half the time left, so it's already been like 4 minutes on him. He is a long fight, but I am, you know, 43s are the lowest I can use to 1% my pain enhancer. I've only got about 7 of them left, 6 or 7 of them left. I think I started out with like 40 something. So I want to, do want to kill him. I do want to kill him. And I gotta get better at paying attention to playing while I'm talking for this, video at the same time, because now you can see my cooldowns. Like, I used Wrath of the Berserker and Call the Ancients at like 2 completely different times, and they're not matched up anymore because I haven't. I gotta get used to playing well while I'm recording. Takes a little bit, but yeah, I might as well just click this shield now. But yeah. Oh. That's a long time, but adds a lot to this video, because I like to put like 10 of these together, and if I spend, what is it, 2 minutes left, I started with like 7, so this portion on just this Rift Guard is going to be like 5 minutes. That's a long portion of a video. Probably not going to upload a video longer than 20-25 minutes to YouTube. That's just a long time. But yeah, you can see, you know, look at that. I needed like half the time to beat this dude on the 43. What a pain. If that had been like a conduit though, a conduit or a power pylon, would have been a little bit faster. Shielding didn't do too much for me. I want this dude to die. 1 minute, less than 1 minute left. Wow. Maybe that took a while. Well, maybe I can get a 1% from this. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I didn't record the last one. I shut off the recorder before I did it, but I think the game owes me a 1%. It owes me a 1%. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna get it. So this rift, I get a horrible. Oh, I guess I spawned the Rift Guardian while I had it paused or something. But I was trying to show you guys the mob type I had. It was terrible. Grotesque and bugs and the leapers. They're just. Oh, I get Sandshaper again? Man. Maybe this will be the one I don't beat in time. Probably. It took me more than half a timer to kill him last game, so. Huh. I'm gonna be in here killing this guy for the next 8 minutes. Things aren't going well, man. Things are not going well. To show how fast these can be beaten right in a row, and then I get Sandshaper 2 out of the first 3 that I've done. This will make this video super long. I'm gonna have to stop the recording here and just start recording again right around when I start killing him. Not so long. Pretty soon here, I think. He's killed me a couple times. As you can see, my armor's yellow, but I'm just barely gonna beat him in the timer again. See if he doesn't. Nasty in this little area I have him in. It hasn't been working out too well for me, but I think the timer's a little bit better than it was last game. Because last game I had more than half the time left, where this one I didn't. I had about 6 minutes to kill him. Yeah, so went a little bit better. He can be a drag, you know. Once you start getting the low 40s or even mid 40s, you know, then it's about time to start considering whether or not you want to actually kill him or not, because it just, as you can see, it doubles the length of the time of the rift, so it is what it is. No 1% tonight, I don't think.
I am returning to town.
So I took a little break between the last GR because the Zoltan Cool one that took so long. Or I guess it was 2 of them back to back. But here we go, Razeal. I'm excited. I'm so excited to come back to this and have Razeal. Awesome. Razeal Zone, cool. I mean, why can't it just give me like 8 poison bosses in a row? Like, I've had 4 or 5 poison bosses in a row, which has been pretty nice before, but see how long this guy will take me to kill. What was I at? I had about 7.5 minutes left, maybe 7:45. It'll be a little while. I don't think he starts like killing my, I don't think he starts killing my ancients super fast yet. Not at 43. But higher up, Razeal does, you know, your ancients aren't going to be alive the whole 20 seconds. They're going to start before they're supposed to fade. So they just, at a certain GR level, they end up being useless. Like probably around 46, 47, they start dying super fast. So these you know, these 1% GR, these 1% upgrade GRs that I've been doing for to 1% upgrade my gems, at a certain point you just can't really do them anymore, because you're gonna get to that point where, you know, one Rift Guardian is gonna gonna be one that if you get him, you're just not gonna want to take the time to kill him. Then you go up a couple more GR levels, and a couple more get added to that list. You know, Razeal and Zoltan Cool, they start being those ones on the list that you don't want to take the time to kill anymore because they're such a pain. They're either such a pain or, you know, like they kill your ancient, so you can't. It takes even longer to kill him, you know. And I'm not standing next to him for my Volcathos ring to tick. I'll be able to use this little part of the terrain here to stand next to him. Because some of the, you know, some parts of the map block his lightning, but it's hard to get close enough to where I'm in range of my Volcathos tick. For sure. The Templar does block his lightning too, though. So if I kind of like try to stand, below 75% life is a different story where it starts doing that lightning thing. But if I stand like right behind my Templar, his little electrical sparks that come out, I don't think I'm in range for my Volcathos though. But I mean, it's just, it takes a long time to kill. No matter what you're trying to do, if you know little tricks that give you a couple seconds, you know, a couple more ticks of real Kathos or something, it's not going to make too much of a difference, you know. It just doesn't come close to being able to kill Stone Singer or a poison boss that you can just stand next to. Because with the Ignore Pain here, you see when my Ignore Pain is up, I can stand Battle Rage and heal myself, but at a certain level you're gonna get up to, you're not gonna be able to spam Battle Rage to heal yourself fast enough and stand next to this guy. It's just the lightning. You see my life go down, and I'm using Battle Rage as fast as I can. So probably 48, 47-ish, like you're just not going to be able to keep up healing yourself with Battle Rage on standing next to him to try to get Volcathos ring to kill him for you. It's just not gonna be sustainable anymore. I mean, of course with the Zephyrian neck, you know, you're going to be good, but no one's wearing a Zephyrian neck hoping that they get Razeal. I know a couple of people, a couple of barbs use Zeph necks because it's just the best. It is the best one to help you get through the high GRs. But those guys are usually shooting for Stone Singer. I mean, everyone's always shooting for Stone Singer, but Zeph neck probably does help you get through the rift better than any other necklace does. Yeah, this is going to be a long recording segment here. Yeah, he starts going nuts here, but if I can get my Templar to run over here, and then I get him to run back at him, if I kind of like try to stay behind where he's at, and where did he go? Oh, he ran over the backside? If I stay kind of like behind my Templar, then I can at least charge and hit Razeal with my frontal cone of my charge, and those sparks will. Templar keeps repositioning though. I gotta like run away and get him to come over here. Where'd he go? Oh, I see him now. Oh, come on, Templar. Come on, man. Help me out, bro. He's not helping me out. Get where I want you to stand. There we go. At least hit this dude with my dot. Come on, Templar, run up there. Get up there. There we go. Oh, man. There's only so much you can do. Oh, my ancient's died. He keeps running behind him. He's not listening to the plan. And Templar is not a team player. Like, I gave him the piece of gear that makes it so he can't die. Like, what more does he want? Why can't he just help us beat this, you know, save us a couple seconds here on beating this guy? I'm gonna die at the last second here, maybe. Oh, maybe not. But, yeah, you know, I don't want to be running through these and taking 15 minutes to do each one. Then that's a long time. If you can do them in about 8 minutes, 9 minutes, then that's not too bad. You know, that way you can fit in a couple more that hour than if they're taking the full time to do. Maybe I'll get a 1% though. Who knows? So this next one went pretty good. Well, it looks like I'm spawning these Rift Gardens right around the half-time mark each time, pretty consistently. I did get a conduit though at the beginning of this map. There's a conduit, and normally I'm not concerned with spawning the Rift Guardian right on top of the pylon. Although that always is a good idea if you can, like, really as close to the pylon as possible, because some of these Rift Guardians follow you a little bit better than other ones do. The binder is really bad at following. He doesn't want to follow you. He's probably not going to follow you. Do not waste your time trying to get the binder to follow you somewhere. I messed that up once, and I'm never gonna make the same mistake. Because he won't follow you. You know, he's not gonna follow you down the hallway. As well as another Rift Guardian might. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go grab that conduit now. He's just gonna stay there. See how he even walked further away while I was... Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to hit him with this conduit at all. He's so far... Oh, now he's coming a little ways closer. But, yeah, conduit, I mean, I guess I should have my regular damage on so you can see how much it was hitting it for. But I'm pretty sure with my gear and stuff, it was right around like 1.7, 1.6 billion crits. So it's still pretty good. You know, I like the way they changed it to where they made it, basically, you know, the stronger your character gets, the more strength or the better weapon or whatnot, the more damage that conduit is gonna do. So it's yeah, I like the way they have it. So yeah, what is this the fastest one yet? That's pretty terrible if that's the fastest one in this set yet. I think the first one I did had like 6-something minutes left, maybe. But yeah, there you go. Oh, I should do the gem real quick to see if I get a gem upgrade. Oh, I picked up a Zefnek. That's cool. What's that? SF Johan and a Zefnek? That's alright. No luck.
I need to go back.
Very like shitty music that I had playing in the background came in through my mic on the last GR. I get this I was just playing Pandora and it was randomly playing something, but I get this thing where my computer's messed up with audio settings, and I'm trying to get my mic to sound good with the audio from Diablo, and I have my mic going through one audio controller, and then my output from Diablo audio going through another audio controller. And then my mic won't work unless its audio controller is playing something, so I have to have Pandora on. Anyways, real rookie stuff going on here because I've been making videos for a couple of days now. But yeah, so like this mob type here, I'm about to turn the game back on here. It's on pause. This mob type, it's like one of my favorite mob types to come across. Just after doing a lot of these GRs solo, like I really like having the Golgar map with Usually you get a bunch of lacunis with the Golgors, but it's usually a pretty good map to have. And this guy's a pain, so I have a power pylon right here, Blood Moth. He can be a pain in the butt. Especially when he enrages. But he's gonna get the timer on it, right? Like the timer that he enrages at, and you can kinda. And ends up, he does like, what, is it 3 jumps, and then he ends up starting to do like 4 jumps. But this will definitely be, that's a power pylon. I'll definitely save that for the last 30%. And I'll kill this guy, up until pretty late, you know, because I'm gonna do these 1% gem level ups until, and see, he got me with a short little leap there, but, I'll be doing these 1% gem level ups probably until about 46 or 47, and then I'll probably stop doing him solo just because it'll be like super tedious to do. You know, there'll be the Zoltan Cools and the like you'll see in these earlier sets that I've been running. The ones that take a long time. Well, they'll just, you know, this is 43, so at 47 they'll have like twice as much life at that point. And the leveling up of Bane of the Trapped and Pain Enhancer, 2 to 4 levels between now and then won't mean I'm killing him. I'm doing twice as much damage to make up for that. No, not at all. It might give me a 1%, 1 or 2% damage up to have 3 or 4 more levels on both of those gems. Won't be that big. What I do need, though, what I really need is an Ancient Furnace. It'll give me like a 15 to 17% damage increase. Because it's not a 30% damage increase. Because it's not a 30% change to the overall weapons damage. It's just a 30% increase to the plus damage. Because the plus damage is a primary attribute. So like on mine, where it says 1437 to 1786. That's pretty close to a max damage roll, but it's those two numbers that are increased by 30%. But because the base weapon damage already is 1,000 something, but that 14 to 1700 range, that's increased by 30%. And then the ancient item has about 400 more strength. So those two added together is about a 17 to 20% damage up over a regular furnace. You know, if you had the exact same stats on both, or the exact same levels of rolls on each, just raised by 30% on each roll, it'd be about, just shy of a 20% increase in damage probably. Alright, let's see. Oh man, why did I charge to the left just then? I think I had force stand held down. Or maybe I released it, I don't know. I was trying to go to the right there, but I think I had him targeted and it charged towards him. It's one of the things that obviously I still mess up on it, having some people don't have charge as their pointer button, as their left click, and I do, and sometimes I mess up. Obviously, I just did. But yeah, you can see. I mean, his life is going down fairly fast. I mean, it's not too bad. He's not gonna one-shot you. It's more gonna be like the stun, and then the rocks are gonna. The stun's going to take off more than your life, and then the rocks are going to hit you while you're stunned, and then that's going to be what kills you. So I could probably click this and finish him off with his power pylon, hopefully. See what happens here. Pretty close. Well, 3.5 minutes left. That's not too horrible. Let's see if I get that gem upgrade. I get 3 of these in a row once. Well, three greater rifts in a row, so 1 in each set. Pretty crazy. And I'd never gotten one up until that point when I got those. Pretty ridiculous. I got 4 that day, 4 1% upgrades that day, but I had 3 GRs in a row. It's pretty ridiculous. So since then, I've been doing them. They got me on the hook now with these 1% upgrades.
I am returning.
Left another conduit pylon, and I'm gonna spawn the Rift Guardian pretty close. Okay, so he's close to here. I kind of like the conduit more than some of the other pylons, because I don't necessarily need to, be charging or have my ancients up or be applying damage, and I still have the mobility of running around while the conduit's still doing damage. So it is still pretty nice. Power's good, but I still think the conduit's the best. Obviously, there's combinations. Channeling is really good for us too, especially in group. If you're using ground stomp, to be able to lock down the Rift Guardian, because you can keep the Rift Guardian stun locked for the duration of that channeling. Which means, if you're with Demon Hunters or whoever, no one's gonna die during that time. You can pretty much keep them stun locked. I've had pretty good success with it. I'd say 97-98% of the time you got that channeling on, you can keep him locked down. I think I've seen the Skeleton King swing once doing it. What else? Maybe, yeah, pretty much they're locked down. I mean, Orlash, Zone Cool, I've had all of them just stun locked down. They don't teleport anywhere, they don't disappear. Yeah, it's pretty good. So, Ember's life's going down pretty fast here on this 43. Ember's not too bad. Because I'm doing all these 43s through completion. So some of these bosses are just a lot more manageable than others. Even at the 43s, doing them at the speed I can do them, consecutively. And it's not fast, but I am basically able to finish them all in time, regardless of what happens on the Rift or the Rift Guardian themselves. Oh. Maybe I can't just face tank everything. And you see in this Rift, I've obviously died 5 times or so, 5 or 6 times already. And I still had half the timer left, so I had a really good Rift that I played really bad in, apparently. I think I had an Ariad's Crater map, but I had a lot of caster mobs. I had good density, but I had a lot of caster mobs, range damage mobs. And I don't want to die again until, well, I don't want to die again, but, I want to just wait until my cold, survive and, oh, jeez. I think it's a profit. See, now, the 30-second, when you start getting those 30-second timers, then it really cuts into your time, 3.5 minutes. And I mean, I'm going for gem upgrades, so it doesn't matter when I beat it, if I beat it in time or not. It just, as far as doing these one right after or making a video, it's 30 seconds on a video of nothing in this video. Nothing's going on right now except for me talking. It's just so much wasted space. Alright, well, see what happens. I guess the conduit will, even if there's a bunch of mobs around, it'll still damage him as much as it would. Yeah, see, he's got very little hit points compared to some of the other ones. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't play with the Rift Guard, with the monster health numbers on, so I'm not as familiar with that as other people might be. I know It's just too much clutter on my screen. I like to have as much stuff off as possible. Oh yeah, I don't want to do keystone upgrade. I want to do gem. And that was my last 43, so now I either need to do 44s, which I had about 50 44s. I've done quite a few of them, because 44s will 1% my Bane of the Trap. So now I do, right? Yeah, Bane of the Trap's 59. So now it's either do 44s or farm more 43s. Is that a stone of no? So that's going to be the conclusion of this set of videos.